Hi, everyone. This is Jessica with Whispers of Grace Healing. I am here to do live mini readings, ready to connect with my tribe. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to give it a few minutes to allow some people to join on, get the notification, make sure that I share in my Facebook page. And I hope anyone that joins us tonight will share, send your sister some love. That's right. So, hey, Danny, what's up? What's up? So glad that you're here. Me and Brooke had a really great talk today. I love that girl. You got a good one. You got a real good one. So, I'm just going to share to Facebook real quick. All right, there we go. What up, Brooke? What up, Rebecca? Hi, everybody. Soul fam, how are you? How's everyone doing? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking to Jenny the other day and she had mentioned, because, with me going through this process, I haven't really been able to, truly create my space, so I decided to put a little something up to look at besides this beautiful mug right here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But glad you like it. So now that we have a few people in here, welcome everybody. If you are new to my channel, I am Jessica. This is my channel, Whispers of Grace Healing. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Dewey and Ellie. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, guys, so how this works, if you don't know, first off, please like, share, subscribe if you're new. We would love to have you part of the family. And if you are my vibe tribe, you know I love you something serious. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. And but these are my Wednesday live mini readings. Hey, Kelly. Hey, T Rose. But yeah, so how this works, if anyone wants to get on the list, we have a open list right now, so it is anyone's game. If you would like to get on the list tonight, all you have to do is follow the PayPal link that my soul brother Danny is posting in the comments, and it's also down in the description box if you would like to get on the list. So how it works, once I receive your donation, I will put your name on the list and we'll get through as many people as possible, but make sure you have your question ready for me. Copy and paste if you need to. But I say mini readings, and I even, when I first started offering mini readings, I was saying like a 3-card pull, like I could actually do that. It's pretty in-depth, guys, and this just gives you like a little insight into something particular that you're going through, or it can just give you a good foundation of what you could possibly get in a full-on reading. Let me tell you, I actually had someone reach out for a mini reading the other day, and she was like, I don't know why I didn't just go with the full thing. Don't doubt your intuition, guys. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well today. Sending so much love to Brooke for helping me work through my shit today. And, just glad to have everyone here. And I am so thankful for all of your love and support. All right, we got Kelly on the list. So before we get started, I'm really feeling compelled to pull an overall message. It's actually, thankfully, hallelujah, thank God, thank Source, thank the universe. February has turned out to be actually a really decent month for me so far. The energy has finally lifted. I'm definitely feeling myself. Blessings are coming in, guys, and I'm really excited about, just going with the flow and seeing what comes out of everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things within my personal life and in my career and my practice and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, doing really good. Hey, Kara. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'll let everyone know more like later on down the road, especially with the my practice. There are some things within the new it's a church, but it's not. It's like a metaphysical church, and I've made a lot of really great contacts and soul family there, and I was definitely led there for a reason. But they've actually asked me to do a talk on mediumship and life after death type thing. So I'm really excited about that as well. I've never been asked to do something like this, and at the very beginning of my journey, there's a lot of messages coming through about platform speaking, which, everything we do on this channel is breaking past our fears, right? And I've always been scared of public speaking. So the fact that I'm even on the internet broadcasting myself is a huge feat in itself. But yeah, speaking to even a small group, let alone a big group, whatever, I don't know who will all show up for it, but it's different when you are passionate about what you talk about. And I think that's the difference. Anytime I had to do platform speaking or public speaking before, I always got in my head and really fearful, like, oh my God, I'm going to be judged and people are going to think I'm insane, blah, blah, blah. But this is something I truly believe in, something I'm truly passionate about, and I'm really excited. Yeah. Oh, good. T Rose. That's awesome. It's right on up from here, girl. Yeah, so that's right, Cynthia. What up, girl? All right. So I did see that someone else had donated. So let's see. Who else? I thought there was another one. Maybe not. Oh, no. There it is. Oh, Ellie. All right. I thought I saw that girl. All right. So enough ramblings for me. I will say too, a big theme I've been seeing lately, and I know that a lot of us have been going through a lot of shadow work and like really getting down to some of the root of the matters. Hi, Starlight. Oh, Ireland, beautiful. Always wanted to visit there. That is one of my bucket lists, actually. So sending a lot of love to Ireland, y'all. But yeah, so with that, I do want to say that I have noticed a lot of, with the whole shadow period that we went through in January, working through a lot of our stuff and feeling really uncomfortable. Another theme that I've been seeing and that got brought up right before I came on this video was about vulnerability. Okay. So I do want to talk about that as well because um, I do feel that it's all kind of tied in together in the class that I want to hold, which I started on it today. So I'm getting all of my stuff prepared. I got a lot of great questions to, break through the comfort zone, the safety blanket, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to be a really good class for all of us to really be involved with each other and to be able to hold that space as a group. That's kind of my whole theme for this. So, okay. So before we get started on this list, let's pull a quick little message of what Spirit has been really trying to prepare us for when it comes to this shadow period and vulnerability. Like, what is all of this doing for us, right? So let's pull some Messenger Oracle. You know what, Starlight? I have been seeing 111 like crazy, crazy. Anytime I pump it, I can't even talk. Anytime I punch in something on the GPS lately, it's either 1 hour and 11 minutes, 1.1 miles. The address was 111. I like literally for 11 people in the room right now, 11s and 111 has been a huge synchronicity for me lately. Huge. I've been seeing my first angel number several times in the last week. Craziness. Synchronicity galore. So, all right, back to the message, y'all. So, what does this whole shadow period and vulnerability have to do with everything that we've been going through? Okay. So, we have you were born to create, nourish the soul, trust in magic, embrace spirit, let two become one, and know your fears. Well, hell yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Because a new day is dawning, people. That's really what they're getting down to. Okay, a new day is dawning. There are new doors opening up for us. There are new chapters starting for us. And in order to walk through that new door with confidence, with grace, with dignity, and having all the tools that we've learned from going through this really vulnerable and translucent state with ourselves, right? Because we've had to get really honest about the things that we're uncomfortable with and the things that we have left behind in order to move on. What kind of experience are we trying to manifest, right? That's been the whole thing, because we've been hearing for a while 2020 is the big deal, right? So now it's like breaking outside of our comfort zone, like knocking away that shell, that barrier that we've put around ourselves to keep us safe and enclosed, but it's also kept us limited, right? So it's by going through the shadow period that we're able to break open to the possibilities of limitless possibilities for us to not only nourish our soul and be aware of what has actually created these blockages, whether it be our limiting beliefs, it could be our trauma, it could also be the conditionings and the patterns that we've been holding on to for way too damn long. And it's like getting outside of this storyline that this is what our life consists of. This is my existence. No more. Now we're breaking outside of that zone so we can start to see the magic in the air and feel the electricity buzzing around us, because spirit is so actively involved in our life, right? They're so involved in our progression that it's helping us merge the feminine and masculine qualities, which I've been hearing this a lot, but it's also about helping us deepen our relationships and our connections with those who we share our life with. And that's the beautiful part, right? Some of us as light workers, as healers, can become kind of the lone wolf, right? We become very isolated. We need a lot of time to recharge. We might have a lot of connections everywhere, but when it comes to the people that we hold close to us, we tend to, we get so wrapped up in the healing process that sometimes we got to be realigned to really what's right in front of us, right? And take more consideration of how we're spending our time with our loved ones. That's been another big lesson that's come up lately. But it's also about the fears, again, vulnerability. A lot of us have been scared of being vulnerable with a lot of newcomers into our circle, right? How much vulnerability is actually accepted by outsiders? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that we all kind of go through when we've been hurt, when we've been rejected, when we've been denied. And all these things kind of create this shelter that we create in order to protect ourselves. And it's like keeping people at arm's length, but only allowing people to see what you want them to see on the surface. But how many people within your environment do you actually let see your soul? Like, bare your soul to. How many people can you trust to do that, right? So these are things that I want to break the stigma on. First off, vulnerability is not a weakness. Second off, being completely transparent with yourself and the people that you care about in your life, or the ones you even want to deepen a connection with. Transparency is key, guys. How can you see, like, and this is why I tell everyone you need to get so close to yourself, because if you aren't able to be transparent with yourself, how can you be transparent with someone that you love, right? You got to know what's underneath the surface with all your stuff. Even if you haven't all figured it out, because none of us do, right? We're all learning as we go. But it's about having enough awareness of self that you're not afraid to check yourself if things happen to come out of alignment. And that's normal. We're human, right? It's a part of the process. But it's about having that awareness of what your fears are and how they're being projected into your environment, and being able to be vulnerable about those truths, right? And being able to be in a comfortable place in order to share those truths as well is a huge thing. And that's why I like to be that person to hold space for my beautiful soul family like you, right? But all of this is helping us to open up the doors for the possibilities of true life, love, experience, blessings, and just like so much gratitude for living and existing in this life, because so many of us have been on this plane of it hurts, right? And Brooke and I were having this conversation today. There's so many what ifs when we're living in fear, but when we're living in an alignment, it's why not, right? Why not? That's all I'm saying. So that's what it's helping y'all with. Hope that makes sense for y'all. But okay, guys, let's get down to it. So Kelly is up first, and make sure y'all like, share, share it out, guys. Let's get some people in here and see what's popping. Yes, I love you guys. I look forward to this every single week. Every single week. See, and that's a limiting belief though, right? And that's another thing that Brooke and I were talking about today, because when you've been burned so many times, it's, even if, like, okay, for me personally, it is a lot easier for me to open up to people I have no romantic interest in. And I was trying to figure out why. Like, why can I be vulnerable and transparent? I still have to trust these people to allow people to see, like, because you have to earn that place in my life. Just is. I have been labeled too open, too quiet. Everyone has a different perception of me. Honestly, it doesn't even bother me anymore. But one of my things is, like, if you feel that it is hard to find people to trust, then you are going to attract people that you can't trust, right? The more that I started to trust myself and trust my process, the more people, and especially through this tribe. I mean, listen, I used to be one of those people that, I knew a lot of people. I know a lot of people, but there's not a lot of people that are truly within my circle, right? And it doesn't mean that I don't like these people or I don't respect these people, but there are certain people in my life that have showed up for me in such a way that I know that they have my best interest, and like they have my back, right? That's my circle. And once I started to open up the possibilities of, me not settling anymore and chasing the toxic energy, but allowing myself to be open to receive that trustworthy, beautiful, loving, compassionate energy that I so freely give to everyone else, I had to be open to receiving that. And that's exactly when Spirit led me to do this channel. Spirit led me to this tribe. Spirit led me to all these people that I've met in my life that have tremendously changed the way that I perceive my practice, the way that I perceive myself, and everything in between. So, yeah, it's we have to be aware of what we're projecting, and that it's a hard pill to swallow, guys. But it is. You but you have to trust yourself first, because trust issues don't necessarily have to do with the other people, because there's going to be people you can and cannot, right? Like, some people don't have good intentions. It's all part of the process. It's the duality of life. But when you trust yourself, you'll trust the vibration. And this is another thing, Brooke. Me and Brooke have some like profound conversations, by the way. But you have to trust the vibration. And that was the message she gave to me today. And I was like, you are so freaking right. Because when you trust the vibration that your body receives from someone else, it's like not trying to overthink it logically, but trusting in what you're receiving, then you can make a more easily make a sound judgment to understand if that aligns with your vibration or not. Does that make sense? So, but yeah. Okay, so Kelly says, give me 1 second, Ellie. Kelly is first, and she says, with this wonky energy, I feel I'm in some. Sorry, guys. Charlie does not give me any room. With this wonky energy, I feel I'm in some stuck energy. What advice, guidance does Spirit have for my current path or in finding my mission? What advice or guidance does Spirit have for Kelly's current path or in finding my mission? Okay. Okay. So I feel like there are certain things that you might want to clean up in your life. I'm hearing declutter. So I don't know if there's just like a lack of space or a lack of, time for space for self. It could be physical, it could be energetic, right? But this is something that can be causing a lot of interference, especially with the energy that we have been going through. So, and yeah, especially with let two become one. So definitely pay attention to your dream state, okay? Any visions that you're having. I do feel like you're receiving a lot of information, but it's also like there's so much dense energy going on right now that it's just clouding the judgment. So what I would suggest, get out in nature as much as possible. Like, really take some time for yourself. Do some energy clearing, salt bath, aromatherapy, crystals, whatever you have to do. And that's the thing. No matter what advice I give you, make sure that you are doing what feels right to your soul. Okay. First and foremost. But I also feel like this is where expectations are coming in too, which is kind of clouding the judgment, because you're feeling like your mission needs to look a certain way and it doesn't. And I think that's what's causing you to kind of question your direction in that. This is more about surrendering to the process, okay, and taking that time to find your own space, your own energy, and quiet things down so that you can clear the energy of everyone else around you so that you can actually hear your inner voice. there are, again, I feel like there's a clearing out that needs to happen. So whether it's a cycle or, a belief, whatever it is, you've already had some intuitive nudge of something that you need to do, or a clearing that needs to happen, or some sort of, cycle that needs to come to an end and be released, right? And this is going to be kind of the foundation work for you to start moving in the direction of what your purpose and your mission is, which is going to bring a lot of luck your way, by the way. But it's about really, you have to get to the truth of the matter. What is your intention, right? What is your intention for life? When you think about your mission, when you think about your purpose, what is your main goal, right? Like for me personally, I've always wanted to help make people feel better, inspire others. And I always wanted to just make people feel like they're shining, right? And that's why I was a hairdresser for 13 years, because I figured if I can change a physical appearance and help someone build that confidence within themselves, then it changes someone's outlook, even if it's just for the day. But I changed it from a physical, from a 3D aspect to an internal, right? So no matter what your intention is, it's like whether you want to help people find their voice, or, you want to help people be creative, whatever it is, like whatever that intention is, that needs to be your main focus, and reveal the truth behind your intention. Also, when it comes to your heart space, you need to start being more aware of what's going on in your heart space. Okay. I feel like there have been times where you're kind of over questioning like what kind of downloads you're getting, but your heart already knows the answer. Okay. I'm sorry, I gotta shift. Charlie's killing me here. But definitely ground yourself, spend more time. Okay. So yeah, I forgot that, Kelly. So I really hope that you're clearing yourself off and trying to like really meditate and expel that energy on a daily basis. Okay. Yeah. When you're dealing with that much like traumatic energy, it can cling to you, it can linger, and it's really important that you clear that energy out on a daily. Um, but nurture those that you love. Nurture the space that you create for yourself, and know that you were born to create new opportunities for yourself. I do feel like you have a pretty good balance between the masculine and feminine. It's just like putting it into action, right? So, yeah. Exactly. So, and until you, especially with you being in the line of work that you're doing, I would definitely suggest, because you're not just working with one person, right? Like you're working with multiple people when you're doing these sort of investigations and that kind of stuff. Like you need to be clearing your energy off on the regular. Make sure that you're carrying, black tourmaline and stuff like that that are going to really help protect your energy from outside forces. So, let's pull Divine Feminine. The Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. Yeah. And see, and like what you do is such a profound thing. The mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So the space that you hold for these victims that you're working with, it's like you are that light. You are that hope for these people. And that very well could just be your mission, right? So, but you have to trust yourself. Like, but first it's about creating that space and that energy for yourself so that you can gain the clarity, because I feel like it's just way too cluttered right now. Okay, so 30. Let's see what Our Lady of Guadalupe says. What is outside of us is also within us. Even if we have never experienced a mother's love, the true force of that loving protection exists within us, so we can give it to ourselves. When Saint Juan Diego was concerned that the Archbishop would not believe him and was racing to meet Our Lady of Guadalupe, she appeared suddenly and said the most beloved phrase in the apparition story, a phrase that is inscribed to the entrance of the ballista. Am I not here, I who am your mother? The energy of a mother's love can travel to meet you anywhere, whether within the world or within your own heart. The message is that she is here. You are mothered. But the message is also to ask for what you need. Saint Juan Diego and Our Lady of Guadalupe for a sign that proved her identity and existence. She gave him her image emblazoned inside his cloak, one that has been venerated and considered holy ever since because he asked for her assistance. We are ennobled with free will. The divine needs our request for assistance in order to enter our lives. All we need to do is assume the simplicity, the heart, and the humility of a child and ask for a sign that she is here. We will be met with more love than we could ever imagine, and love is always the greater and most powerful energy of protection. So the question they want you to ask yourself is, do I experience the love of a divine mother within me? And I feel you do. Like, I mean, what you do is you're creating that loving, safe, nurturing space for all these children that are going through a really hard time. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like you're in the right place. I feel like what you're doing is a really hard job, and a lot of people probably couldn't handle it, but you are. And it's just, you need to create that space for yourself to unwind, to, ground yourself every day after you come home, and make sure that you're taking the time needed to clear your space and your energy, okay? So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'll put her on the list. Give me 1 second. All right. So I hope that helped, Kelly. Okay. So then Lynn, T Rose. Okay. Yeah. So I will do T Rose after Michelle. Okay. So Ellie is up next. Yeah. And I honestly think that's all that it is. I think you'll receive some very clear guidance once, in a clearer picture of what you need to do once you clear that space, okay? But the energy from the Divine Feminine cards definitely resonates with the space that you create for these children and the victims that you're working with. So, it makes a lot of sense, but it's about breaking outside of your normal patterns, and also remembering to take care of self and the energy that you're creating when you come home, because you definitely don't want to stay in that energy of what you're transmuting for all these people. Okay, so we are wondering what our guides have for us at this time. Thank you. All right. Let's see, what do we have for Ellie and Dewey? What is going on, Spirit? What do they need to know? And thank you, Danny, for taking care of that. You're such a great moderator. All right. So embrace the masculine is coming out. So we know what this means, guys, okay? Like, you're taking action, and you're taking authority over your lives. And I've actually noticed a huge shift in y'all's energy and like this sense of freedom since y'all have left Canada. I can tell y'all that, okay? So let's see. What else do we have for Dewey and Ellie, please? What would you like them to know at this time? Be vigilant, heed your dreams, and make the sacrifice. Well, if that don't sound like your current situation, I don't know what does. So, I mean, you are like, there's certain things in your environment you need to observe in silence, okay? So don't get caught up in the theatrics is what I'm hearing, okay? Whatever that may mean for you. But be vigilant and heed your dreams, okay? Right. Yes. Come on down. All right. But yeah, no, I do feel that it's really important that you really take authority and like that diligence over protecting your life force and the light that you've created for yourself. I feel like you do have a lot of ideas of what you would like to do on your journeys, and I feel like either one or both of you are receiving a lot in the dream space or visualizations, okay? And this is a really like transcending time for you. I feel like this is kind of a birthing process for you, but you are going to have to make some sacrifices. And you already have. You've made a lot of sacrifices to be where you are. And I understand that there is some fear there as well, but it's about understanding that when you're going through this transcendent period of like feeling things are dark and murky and you're not really sure, there's always a bright side on the other end of that road, right? So oh wow. Yeah, I mean, Ellie, we're settled now. I mean, it's tight, but there's actually, if you want to talk about that, there's this place right up the road from us that has really good price on rentals. Because like, listen, we're in a small space. There's probably not even anywhere for y'all to sleep, but you can always come visit. If the weather is good, we can put y'all out in a tent. Yeah, but you're always more than welcome to come visit. I would love to see y'all. But again, there's a lot about balance here, okay? And do not fear the unknown. Y'all are being led exactly where you're meant to. And I also feel that, the journey that you're taking and how you're sharing it with everyone. I love watching y'all's videos, by the way, like absolutely love it. And I do feel that that's actually part of your process right now, is by sharing that energy with each one of our tribe members, right? Like everyone you're going to visit it's there for a reason. You're compelled to go to these people for a reason, and it's just going to continue to elevate your spirits and your light and your energy. And I feel like it's just going to throw you into a whole different level of like propelling you forward. It's also going to give you a lot of insight and a lot of stories to share with the collective, especially when it comes to following your heart and listening to the wisdom that the heart can give you if you would just listen. When you get past the things that are you tell yourself to keep you in a state of comfortability, and it's not exciting, but it's safe, right? But there's so much more excitement and so much more adventure out in the world if you would just live it. And I feel like that's the truth that you're opening up to. So know that you are different, love that you are different, and that you're taking a whole different chapter in your life, and that's okay too. So oh my goodness, what is Danny saying? That minivan's got to have a queen size mattress in the back. Oh Lord. Oh goodness. So yeah, I do feel a lot about what is going on is about sharing your story on social media. People make a freaking living out of doing this too. I don't know why they're bringing it up for a reason. Like, have you ever watched? Yeah. Listen, the Four of Wands is there. Have you ever seen the YouTube channels where people literally drive around the country exploring and, going on crazy adventures? And they have those accounts that, what is it? Is it Peloton or something like that? Whatever. Where you can like set up a donation account and they experience through you. Okay. So you could do something like that. But yeah, and listen, with the Page of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, there's a lot of new stuff coming in for you, and it's going to take some work, but it's about how much effort are you willing to put into experiencing your life and going after, I don't feel that right now it's about having one place as a home. Okay. Yes, Lou, you came in right at the right time. But it's also, home is where the heart is. They want to remind you. So it's wherever you feel happy and experiencing. And who says that you can't do, like, okay, the whole van thing that you posted the other day? Why not? Right? When you're out of alignment, there's a lot of what ifs. But when you are in alignment, there's a lot of why nots. Okay? So follow your heart, trust your intuition, contemplate on, what it is that you actually want to manifest, because it's all okay. So when we're talking, listen, you're going to be successful either way. You have the Six of Wands and the Star here. Okay. So many of us get caught up on the 3D reality that we have to have a normal job and we have to work a 9 to 5 and we have to work for someone else in order to survive in this world. That is not the case. Many people are doing things for their lives that are not in succession with what society thinks is normal, right? So don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to the possibilities, okay? And understand that you're already successful because you're already in alignment. You're doing exactly what Spirit wanted you to do. You just got to get outside your comfort zone and quit thinking that this will not be successful or fruitful or abundant for you, because it already is, right? So I do feel that, this is something that y'all will continue to work on. And I think it's something that's going to continue to evolve for you. But It's also about creating limitless possibilities out of thin air, right? It's about having faith in your process and trusting where, spirit is leading you. And maybe it is. Maybe it's just about bringing all these badass light workers together and sharing these vibrations over the internet and showing people where you want to go and, get to experience the world through your eyes. And like, the way that you light up on screen, both of you just have like this giddy childlike energy going on because there's so much excitement about what you're doing. Keep it up, right? So y'all are good. Listen, I'm serious though. Wait, what? Oh, I can't even get in there with y'all. Y'all done thrown me off. Okay. So anyway, y'all talking some nasty ass shit. It's so funny though, because that brings me back to a conversation that I had not too long ago where, okay, so my stepdad, like, he likes to laugh at me and my mom all the time because we have conversations. I swear we were sisters in a former life. We do not have the typical mother-daughter relationship, and we talk about crazy stuff, okay? We're very open with each other, and we like to joke a lot. And one day we were sitting on the porch, it was dark, and like, we really thought we were the only ones even listening to this conversation. And we were having a very similar one, just cracking jokes, having fun, whatever. And all I could think was, oh Lord, if Larry was hearing this, right? And then I hear him on the other side of the door. And all I could think was, oh my God, did he just like listen to his daughter and his wife making jokes about tossing salad? Like, okay, this is not a conversation you want your dad to be hearing, but whatevs. Like, it is what it is. We have those kind of conversations. Just is. So, yes. Oh, yes, that's exactly what just happened. Um, so anyway, yeah, poor Larry. He does. He's been laughing at us for years because he's like, y'all sound like y'all are in a comedy concert. All y'all do is laugh, and I feel like y'all are laughing at me. I was like, that it has nothing to do with you. We laugh at everything because that's just how we are. We just talk shit. That's all we do. We just talk shit all the time, and I love it. It keeps it interesting. So anyway, Michelle, my love, you are up next. I know, that's exactly how we do, and this is why I love getting on with you guys, because it's always just a great energy flow, and we're just real, man. I mean, we just sit here and we do what we do best, right? And so you're so welcome, guys. I really hope. Oh Lord. Oh, Michelle's slipping, guys. She's slipping. I'm just kidding. Hey, that's the best kind of energy when you can hop right in and just start laughing. You know we got a good group. Okay. All right. Be looking out for you. You just let me know. I'm serious. Let me know. I will start making plans. All right. So, Michelle, what does Spirit want me to know, especially with my divine connection? It's so funny because I pulled out the channeled cards. Oh, okay. So, by the way, Spirit's been pushing me really hard, guys, okay? Because January I was totally slack and unmotivated. Do y'all want to see the picture that I came up with for the new deck that I'm creating? I finally have, well, it's not complete, but it's almost complete. Do y'all want to see it? I'll give y'all a sneak peek. Yes. Hold on. It's back here. Where are you at? That's what's going to go on the front of the cards. And then all of this is going to be black. So they're really going to pop. Dude, you should totally make that. Oh, thanks, guys. But yeah, I'm super excited. Totally channeled my ass off on that. I got lost in it. Thanks. Yay. I'm glad y'all like it. All right. Yeah, guys, I was trying to find someone to help me out with it, but it just kept falling through. So I guess I had to do it by myself. Take our money. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out how to get the backdrop black and get it uploaded. That's my whole thing. Why is this here? All right. Let me start over. All right. Michelle. What does Michelle need to know? Why am I sensing such confused energy, girl? It's almost like the answer ain't good enough. I don't know if that makes sense. I hear you, Cynthia. All right. Michelle and her divine counterpart. What is going on? Let me dig a little more into this. How is he feeling about this right now? How is he feeling about this relationship right now? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So how he's feeling about this situation, we have express your love very soon, chemistry, passion. We also have let go of control issues and heart-to-heart conversations. So I also feel the need to say, like, you know, if you've been waiting for him to like fully divulge or open up, and I feel like he's been a little reluctant on like completely sharing what he's truly feeling for you. But with chemistry, passion, and express your love, he's obviously feeling a great deal amount of energy towards you. Okay. And I feel that very soon you're going to have this conversation where he's really going to open up about how he's feeling. We have separation, and this could be the one reversed with children, finances, and career. And it's funny, the message that I got from this is it's going to come to a point where he doesn't want any sort of separation from you, right? And he's already made up his mind about you being it. The only thing that's kind of holding him up from expressing this completely is something involving the children and the finances. So I don't know if he feels that it could possibly be like, is this the right time in her life for me to be moving in like this role in her family's life? Maybe he feels like you need to get things settled before y'all move to that next chapter, even though he wants to. But I feel like it's kind of an insecurity issue about if he can provide what you need. He feels responsible on some level, okay? And again, that could be part of the letting go of control issues, right? So feeling like he has to be a certain something in order for you to be accepting of him in any sort of way. How is Michelle feeling about this? Okay. So you're getting express your love too, but with the attraction card being reversed, it could be telling you that you're kind of getting wrapped up in either the past or the future and not staying so much in the present moment. And it could be throwing off some of the ways that you express yourself. And you do have to go through that process of forgiving and learning. There's still things, and that might have to do with the process that you're going through, right? As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. But I feel like what the forgiving and learning has to do with, and why you might be getting caught up in, external things and timelines and all that kind of stuff, is because of the way that you used to live your life and not loving yourself and not trusting yourself, not respecting yourself, and committing to things without that lack of love or trust for self. Therefore, you ignore red flags, right? And so, like, some of these lingering energies and cords are still there. And that's kind of holding up the process of um, the way that you express yourself. Does that make sense? So yeah, I feel like there are, especially with the way that you have handled yourself in the past and kind of not only attracted deceivers, but you also deceived yourself into not realizing what was truly happening beneath the surface. Therefore, it kind of made you lose hope in like actually being able to settle down and have a healthy, long lasting, committed relationship where it didn't seem like so much work, right? And now it's about changing that perception and being more optimistic than fearful of it. What is a big lesson? You need to explore your feelings. You need to explore your feelings more. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, they said. Okay? So I still feel like there's some stuff around, your relationships that still need to be kind of cleared up. But overall, he's pretty freaking clear on what he wants. What would he like to say? It was so nice seeing you. It reminded me of the connection we have. It scares me because my heart feels like it's about to leap out of my chest, which is the same feeling I was getting. How do you always have this effect on me? I can't help but wonder what you're up to, and if you're still mad at me, how could you forgive me for how I acted out of fear? So he could still be fearful of like how he acted, and are you gonna hold that against him? It almost feels like a bait and trap type situation. Like, is she just letting me close so that when I get attached, then she's gonna snap down on me for everything that I did to her? But he's also working on releasing fear, guilt, and animosity. Deep down, he feels he missed an opportunity, but he doesn't want anyone to steal this connection either. Sometimes he doesn't know how to show up for you, and he knows you deserve the best, right? But he's working through that process just like everyone else is. Is there anything else? If he could say anything, what would it be? I'm fighting myself right now. Why do I always let my pride get in the way? And that could be towards the finances and children, and him kind of beating himself up. Like, am I fit for this position in her life? That kind of thing. He thinks you're so talented and wants you to follow your passions. I'm not an emotional person, so how do you make me feel so damn much? I now understand what this connection is and why we met. You make me want to be a better person. So that could be some of the heartfelt shit that he's really, starting to battle with. Yeah. Yeah. How can I say this? I made the wrong decision by letting you go. I messed up. Now I need to hold myself accountable and figure out how to fix this. So it's like he goes through these periods of, even when he's away from you, he don't forget. He don't forget. I can tell you that right now. Deep down, I know what I must do. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this, but he doesn't want to rush it. Okay? He doesn't want to rush it. So, what advice? All right, straight to the point. So, Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter and brighter. And the Divine Mother, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Okay, so continue expanding your light, burning your flame, and remember that unconditional love does exist within you and within him, and it is the absence of judgment. Okay, so yeah, hope that helps. All right, so did T Rose have a question, Danny? I don't know if I caught hers or not. You're welcome, honey. Oh, okay. Well, that works. So then, Maria, I don't think I've ever had that happen before, guys. All right. What about Maria? Does Maria have any questions for me? What do we have for Maria? Oh, you're fine, honey. All I have to say is I am so glad we are settled, but I cannot. I've been thinking about going because I was originally looking at getting a travel trailer so I could like travel and do what Ellie and Dewey are doing and go visit tribe and stuff. But there's been kind of talks about kind of doing like a mini house here on the property too, but it would be more of a permanent situation. But Lord, I need a regular chair, guys. My hips can't take this shit much more. Help his sister get a real computer chair and a real workspace. Oh, Lord. Oh, Charlie doesn't give me any room. Okay. Maria. So, Spirit, what do you want Maria to know about the new person that just came into her life? I don't know, Brooke. I don't know. But my hips take a toll for it. Yeah, I know. That will be the summer trip for sure. And God, I don't know if I'll make it this year, guys, because I need to figure out a way to make it up there. But I'll actually not only be going to California, I've already booked my trip for that, but I've also booked a trip to the Bahamas for my birthday. So, whoop whoop. I'll actually be in the Bahamas for my birthday. Super excited about that. Hey, Juice J. Sorry, Charlie's making. Yeah, let me know. Let me know when the ice breaks. Okay. So, Maria, what does Spirit, what does Maria need to know about the new person that just entered her life? What is this? Let's do this. What are his true intentions? Okay, so this is what you need to know. Is what they're saying. Okay. Okay. What are his intentions towards her? And we're going to clarify this. What are his intentions towards Maria? Okay. And what's the overall outcome of this relationship? Okay. Interesting. So let's clarify these real quick. All right. So what can you tell me about these? Before I go into my whole spiel, it's worth the wait. Worth the wait. Mm-hmm. Okay. His intentions. Okay. And this overall outcome. Okay. So, all right. This is what I got, girl. So, first off, what you're used to. They want to address this first because we have you deserve love, make the effort, and playfulness, followed by the moon, the sun reversed, and the seven of swords. So what this tells me is, I feel like there's a lot of fear because this is what you're used to, is that you've had a hard time actually, aligning with someone who is going to make the effort towards you, that, you know, doesn't create a lot of chaos and, like, it's more, you're looking more of this playful light energy and someone where you don't have to like question where you stand in their life, and you want someone to make enough of an effort that you don't have to doubt, right? That's kind of what I'm picking up from this, because there's been a lot of illusions, and especially around the unhappiness, and attracting someone that is with the seven of swords energy just means there's a lot of selfish, deceitful energy that you have been tied up with. And I'm sure this is why the release your ex card is coming out later. And it's because that there's still this emotional wounding that is tied to a certain person or experience from your past. Could be experiences, right? But you have like, the people that you're used to make you seem like you're hard to love, and that, so it creates a lot of fear and a lot of doubt, and ultimately ends up stealing your shine. So okay. So what are his intentions? We have worth the wait and honeymoon. So I do feel like this, it could be something that's very fun and very alluring, but could be also somewhat short-lived. I feel like this is kind of in the new stages, right? Like brand new stages. So this is something that you've definitely been waiting for, but with his intentions, even if he's not aware of his intentions, the reason why he's coming into your life is to also show you a little bit more of what, like, because I feel that his energy is very different than what you're used to. Definitely a lot more stable, financially productive, someone who's a very hard worker. But I also feel that this person could help you also, like, bring certain things up that bring more awareness to the heartbreak that you have been through, and kind of pick apart these little things of why you have a hard time, like, finding relationships that are cooperative. Okay. And so, therefore, what's the outcome of this relationship? We have flirt, trust, and release your ex. Okay. So, I feel like there's going to be a really good time with this person. I feel like you need to just remember to stay present, enjoy this person's company, however long it may last. Just don't get too caught up in it. But I do feel, this person is ultimately going to help you realize how much of your energy is still attached to your ex or exes, and really about trusting the process and releasing that energy, because I do see you ultimately, and it's going to be your decision of choosing between two people. We have a fire sign and a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But we do have two kings here with the King of Pentacles here. So, I mean, the King of Pentacles, that's in his energy, and that's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo versus the water and fire energy. So it could even be two completely different people. But I don't feel like you have a limit on options. We do have the Seven of Cups here too, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Fool card here. So I feel like you're just going to need to be patient with the process, see how much, he's willing, how much effort he's willing to put into the relationship, right? And go from there but I do feel like there will ultimately be a new beginning or new cycle for you where you're going to have to choose which is the most solid offer for you and have that confidence to accept your perfect match, right? Only choose what seems to be most in alignment with what you're looking for. Okay. Hey, Nelson, how are you? I'm so in the middle of fire and water. So yeah, okay. That's my point. So you're going to have to make a decision at some point. But it also this whole situation is going to help you realize where your energy is still tied to that you may not still want it to be, right? Um, so spirit's calling you out is what you're saying. Yeah. But the good thing is the Nine of Cups is in the beginning. So it's about, you know, having all of your dreams and your wishes fulfilled, but not like being so ahead of the game that you're being like excessive about it. Be happy with what you have when it's right for you. And if you have someone that's really good for you and very balanced and emotionally secure and financially secure, and it's everything you've been looking for, but yet you're still wanting more, then there's a lack of gratitude and stability within self that needs to be addressed. Yeah. Yeah. So those are things that you want to check within yourself. Hold yourself accountable and responsible. You know, really look at those feelings and ask those knots. What are you doing there? What are you scared of? Right. And try to understand where that fear is stemming from so you can make sure that you don't sabotage it. Okay. So, love you too, Brooke. Yeah, that's where Danny gets all of his messages. That's right. But this is a huge process for you about the forgiving and learning of your past and realizing where you're still kind of stuck in that old storyline that you don't want to manifest into your new beginning. Okay. So yeah, I hope that helps though. All right. So, for anyone who is joining in, I welcome all of you. Thank you for being here. If you have not joined us on a Wednesday for live mini reads, this is how it works. It is a $20 love donation. It is through the PayPal link that is down in the description box, or my soul brother Danny is posting in the comments as well. If you would like to get on the list, as soon as I receive your donation, I will put your name down and we will get to as many as possible. But yeah. You're so welcome, Maria. I'm glad that helped you. But yeah, guys, these are love donations. It helps support me and my channel and to make sure that there's still content coming out. And I thank you all for supporting me and letting me support you through this process too. So, but it also does give you a good insight if you haven't ever had a reading with me before, which a lot of the people in the chats have. But it also gives you a good insight of what you could possibly get in a full reading. These are just kind of like little insights of what's going on in your situation, give you some clarity of, you know, right now. But if you want to go more in depth, I would definitely suggest getting a full reading, which all of my information is down below in the description box. You can find all of it there. Yeah, guys. But that's it for my list though. So if no one else wants a reading, then I guess I'll cut it a little short tonight. Hey, Sheila. I love you guys so much. And I just thank all of you for being so amazing. I really don't know what I'd do without y'all. But yeah, guys. Yeah, Maria, you are being tested. So, yeah. How's everyone holding up, though? Does anyone have any questions about things that we've been going through lately? Oh, thank you, Nelson. Would you like to ask a question? Going to work on your stomach knots. Good for you, girl. Good for you. I love it. Shit, I was just doing that yesterday myself. Don't you worry. We're all in the same boat. Oh. Yes, February feels a lot better to me too. It's like as soon as February hit, the energy just completely shifted. Um, oh no, Kara, that sucks. Um, Definitely work on clearing your third eye though. If you're having those raging headaches, because that will definitely um, it just seems like it's part of the process, right? Like we're all going through this huge ascension. What should we be looking for this Pisces retrograde? Oh Lord. Um, Well, the message that just came out was trust in the magic and know where you belong. So you'll probably get a lot of more heightened spirituality, more heightened synchronicities. You'll also get a clearer picture of who belongs in your life, what belongs in your life, and even more release. Yay. um, it is every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely. Yeah. I hardly ever miss a Wednesday since I've started this. Yes. Um, and sharing your thoughts. Sharing your thoughts. I just made that known as well. Okay. So, um, yeah, and you know the really beautiful thing now that we're talking about the whole third eye situation. So the class that I'm trying to put together, which I'm still in the works of, but I'm just giving y'all like an little sneak peek. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be going through the different chakra systems and like really getting down. So this is going to be a class where it's like completely open with each other. We're going to be doing it on Zoom so we can all talk to each other. It's going to be a safe space where we can all share and like just be open about certain things that we have been going through, things we're going to be challenging ourselves on, rewriting our stories and being like really honest with ourselves about the storylines that we have adopted as our own and that we have accepted as our own, and changing all of those together. So yeah, I'm really excited about it because I started going through like just the root today and writing down some notes, and as soon as I got all the notes down, then all the questions started flooding in, and it's like, okay, okay, I see where y'all are going with this. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited, and I'll let y'all know as soon as I get at least, partially halfway done with the information so we can go ahead and start at like setting up, you know, intake and all that, because I want to give enough time for people to set up, which I will let everyone know now that it is going to be a little more expensive because it is a 4-week class. So it'll be every Sunday. Once I pick a date, it's going to be every Sunday, like mid-afternoon, and it's going to be for 4 weeks, but it will be on Zoom. And what else was it? But since it's going to be a little more expensive, if anyone has issues paying in full, I will take payment plans. Okay. So, you know, we'll work it out. But if anyone needs to do payment plan, y'all can always talk to me about that. Okay. Because I don't want to turn anyone away just because they don't have the finances up front to do it. I totally get it. But I also have to make sure that I'm making it worth my time doing a 4-week class. So, all right, guys. So Nelson, enough of my ramblings. My soul brother. Listen, let me just give y'all a little backstory. I don't know. Maybe y'all have, a few of you have heard of me talk about Nelson, but this man right here, okay, he has been with me from the very, very beginning, okay, and I need to call and catch up with you, Nelson. I've been really slack lately, but I love you. I love you so much. This man has been such a big support system. He is like a true big brother to me, and has not only been such an inspiration, but such a big support in my business. And when I was trying to get my business off the ground, like, good fucking people, yo. He was the first soul brother to come in and change everything. You know, and it just goes to show too, like, okay, what we were talking about earlier about trusting the vibration, right? So I've always had trust issues with men in general, right? And so it was always hard for me before I started my awakening process to trust that if any man came into my life, that they didn't have an ulterior motive, because, well, let's face it, that's what I've been taught my entire life. Okay. So when Nelson came into my life, and he was definitely not only being, you know, an emotional support, but financial as well. He was donating a lot to my channel and really helping me get my feet stable and whatnot. But my stepdad, like, he had a hard time with it. He had such a hard time with it. And he's like, he wants something from you and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, that's the one thing that you don't understand, because Nelson's never asked me for anything, right? He really hasn't. He's always just been that person. He is so generous, so loving, and fucking selfless. And I remember having to tell him, like, listen, I understand your fear, but that ain't my shit. Like, don't tell me that I can't have people love and support me because you think that there's something else going on there. Like, listen. And it's been years since Nelson has been in my life, and I will stick up for that man till the day I stop breathing. Okay. So yeah, good fucking man. My heart will always be with you, Nelson. So anyone who has said anything different, well, fuck them too. Okay. Hi, Kamichi. How are you? So these are actually donation-based questions. Hi, Kevin. So I do all kinds of readings. I do tarot, oracle, mediumship, all that stuff. Tonight I'm just sticking to tarot and oracle, though. It's a $20 love donation. You can find that donation link through the description box, or Danny is posting it in the comments now. But once I receive your donation, then I'll put your name on the list. Oh gosh, you're gonna make a mess, aren't you? My dog gives no fucks, guys. Okay. So, uh, yeah. Yeah, good dudes do exist. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, so if you want to get on the list, the donation link is being posted. And once I receive your donation, then your name will go on the list. And I'll try to get through as many as possible. We got about 30 minutes left till I call it quits. Okay. I'm sorry, Nelson. I'm so distracted. So distracted. All right, Spirit. What does Nelson need to hear right now most? Give him something good. What does he need to hear? A new day dawns, new beginning starting. I like that. What is starting for him? What new chapter? Knowing your power, embracing the masculine. I feel like there is something opening up for you, Nelson, where like you are taking charge, you are going full steam ahead, you're going after something that you not only see as part of your fate, your destiny, but something that's also going to be very nourishing for you on a soul level. I feel like it's going to take a lot of courage and a lot of like raw power and energy to push through and really like owning this. I feel like you're going to be making some really big connections that are going to tie everything in together. Soul fam, truth, transformation. A new upgrade on your third eye. Just surrender to the flow. Surrender. Once you make your mind up and you move in that direction, let go of the process. All they're asking you is to take that first step and then just keep it moving, okay? But keep yourself grounded through the process. Don't overthink it. Don't over worry. Just trust in the magic and keep it going. Keep it going. Don't stop, because there's something they're wanting you to do. Is there anything else? I think you already know. You've already been getting hints about this. It could be anything too, but there's something specific that you know, like you're going to have to, if you were to do this, like you would really have to be standing up. And it's about finding the balance between need and necessity. It's about finding that balance. I feel like you're kind of, there's certain things that you're kind of like beating yourself up about because you've been kind of stuck in a certain process for a while, and you feel like there's a couple opportunities that Spirit has asked you to step up on, and you've just been kind of sitting on it and you haven't really done anything with it. Okay, so now they're asking you to take leadership, take authority, stay stable, grounded, know that you have everything that you need to manifest, but it's time to get up. It's time to start moving and get back into it. Okay. All right. Love you, Danny. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something that is fated that is coming in for you. Okay. Could be something to do around home life, stability, these kind of things. But with the Emperor being there too, I just feel like this is really about taking leadership back over your life and paying attention to the details of the cycles coming in and out of your life and what seems to always keep coming back to you. Like if there's a thought or an inspiration that keeps like coming back around, you need to pay attention to that because they're asking you to step up, okay? So hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. But I think you already know what I'm talking about. All right. So let's see. Anybody else? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, that I think is going to be it for the night. I wish everyone well. And as I close this circle, I just want to honor and bless for yourself and for your journey. Thank you for trusting me and thank you for trusting the messages that come through for you. I do ask that everyone take back their own respective energies and please give mine back. All the energy that belongs to respected individuals shall stay with respected individuals. And thank you for opening your heart up to spirit and allowing us to be the bridge of these messages for you. Also, thank you for stepping up to the plate and doing the mostest to raise the vibration of this planet and doing what we can to serve the greater good of this humanity. And I love you all so, so very much. And thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels and divine beings, for showing up again and again for this tribe and allowing us to all come together and share in this beautiful energy. I love you all so very, very much. And if anyone needs to get in touch with me, all my information is down below. I love you guys, and I will talk to all of you soon.